Good morning and happy Friday, Life Leaders. Thank you so much for joining me here today for Friday's Tidbits. Today, we're going to talk about the 2 critical whys and why they're so important to include in your financial plan. Have you ever watched a 2-year-old when they start communicating? Do you know how annoying they are and what it is that's so annoying about them? I love 2-year-olds. Don't get me wrong. I think it's the terrific 2s. And the reason I think it's the terrific 2s is because they are why people naturally, right? They love to ask the word why, right? I'm here to really dive deep into why that is important for you, even at your age. My name is Shiela Wood. I am the CEO of Lead Life by Design and the creator of the Financial Alignment Academy. I blend personal development with your personal financial plan to help you actually create momentum in long-term financial change and success. Because without the personal growth part, the plan will never work, not consistently. So back to the why. I really want to look at that. The first why that is so important for you to actually implement into your life is the curiosity why, right? Alice in Wonderland, curiouser and curiouser. The more curious she got, the deeper in the rabbit hole she went. But the deeper in the rabbit hole she went, the more knowledge she gained, the more insight she got, right? And when she got home, she realized the beauty and the joy that she had in her life because she really dove into why, right? 2-year-olds naturally dive into the curiosity why. Their little brains are soaking up all this information and they want to know all the moving parts, right? Why? Why, mommy? Why, daddy? But why is that? But why is that? Right? They're the cutest little thing and the most annoying little thing. But at the same time, it's important for you to put it into your life because as a career, the more whys you can ask within your career and within your job, the more clarity you get on why they do the things they do, how they do them, right? And how all the parts fit together. So my question for you is, are you a task person? Do you just sit there at your desk and do the task at hand because that's what you're being paid to do? Or do you ask why? Do you really try to understand the entire process of what it is that you do? You know, why is it important that this job gets done? Because process improvement comes from the answers to why. Your ability to make your job better and add value to your company comes from asking why and being curious about the process. Understanding all those moving parts, right down to the details, right? The more value you add in that knowledge, the faster you get promoted. Because they want to promote people who want to learn about the company. They want to promote people who want to really understand why the company is in business. They want to promote people who are going to support the mission of the company, right? That starts with the task you do on a daily basis. It starts with you showing initiative and really wanting to know and understand all parts of the company. You know, I always said in my career, and this was like my whole career, I've always been a why person. I really want to understand the whole process so that I can do the best job that I can do in that process, no matter how small it was. So for me, I'm a big picture thinker, right? I need to see all those moving parts to understand why this piece is so important. Otherwise, I may not do that job very well because it's just a job. I don't even understand why I'm doing it. And if I don't understand why I'm doing it, I'm not giving it 100%, right? So being that person that asks why all the time, it can be annoying and feel annoying to the people that you're asking, but that's not your problem. That's not your problem. It's your responsibility to understand the process. If the person you're asking isn't able to give you the answers, go to someone else. Research it. Look it up. Take the extra step. Right? The value you add in asking why truly increases your income tenfold in a much shorter period of time, because you're showing initiative and you're showing interest in the company and you're showing interest in how things work. You know, my sticking my nose in where it doesn't belong allowed me to grow. I was able to get promoted, see, 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a matter of 11 years. Now, I stayed in those jobs because I really wanted to understand them. I wanted to really understand all moving parts of the job that I was doing. But that helped me really build my confidence. It helped me add value. And it helped me to really be that person that people can come to and ask the questions to. They knew if they came to me, I was either 1, going to have the answer, or 2, I was going to find out the answer. Because no job was small enough, too small for me to be able to get that answer for them. I actually enjoy being the go-to person, right? So being curious, asking that why, is that path to growing up in your company, to rising up in the ladder, to really honing in and knowing your job. And even if there's nowhere to go in this company, there is somewhere to go in another, right? Because they can never take away the knowledge that you gain and the experience that you get in the job that you're doing. And it's up to you. It's your responsibility to grow that. And believe it or not, it's actually fun. Like, I truly love being the go-to person. It's one of my strengths. It fills me up. It actually gives me that connection with people at work, you know, and it wasn't always easy. There are times where they're like, that's none of your business. Like, why do you even need to know that? It's not your job. I'm just curious. It helps me do my job better, right? And being curious is a beautiful thing. And usually the people who feel that way are the people that feel threatened by you, not the ones that are going to give you the promotion. And if it is your boss that's giving you a hard time, then ask someone else, right? Just learn. As long as you're learning, you're adding value. All right. The second why, and this is the most important why in your personal and your financial life. Everything you do begins with your driving force why, right? If you want to grow in a company, ask yourself, why do I want to grow in this company? Because it's not just about the money. That's superficial. When you look at truly why it is that you're in the career that you're in, where your heart center is set, where the emotions are, that's your driving force in getting where you want to go. That's your driving force in being able to literally go through the obstacles that show in your path. I use the term for hiking a lot because it's just really represents a journey, right? Your career is a journey. Your life in finances is a journey, right? It's why it's so important to take personal responsibility and to really hone in on why you do what you do. Because if you don't have the heart-centered emotion of why you do what you do, those obstacles are going to stop you. Those obstacles are going to go, maybe this isn't the path for me, and you're going to turn around and go back. But if you truly know why this is the path for you, then you're going to be open to other ideas about how to go around them and how to maneuver through them, right? Whether it's finding a chainsaw and cutting the tree that's going across the path, that might be one method. Or whether it's climbing over it and sliding down the other side, you can actually have fun with it, right? Or whether it's taking a jackhammer and getting the rock out of the way, right? It's work. Sometimes it's work to go around those obstacles. But when you have the why, that knowing that this is the right path for you, that driving force, that emotion, there's no obstacle that's going to stop you. None. You will eventually get there. One of the books I'm reading right now is called Start With Why by Simon Sinek. And he really talks about more on the organizational side of why are you in business, you know, really understanding and starting with why you're in business, right? And as I was reading through that, and I'm still reading it, it's actually a great book, but he talks about when you start with why, and then you build everything you do around it, right? The how falls in place, and then the what falls in place around that, right? So when you have your why and you have the direction that you're wanting to go in, and it speaks to you from the heart center, right? Then the how you're going to get there falls into place. And the what do I need to do? The what? Tangibly, what do I need to do to get there? Falls in place. And it helps keep you moving through the obstacles. So one of his quotes, which I really, really love, I'm going to go with my notes here. And he talks about passion is the feeling you have where you would do things for free and you can't believe that people pay you for it, right? That's really honing in on your why. Your why is your passion. Your why is your driving force. Your why is your purpose and your belief in yourself. So I'm going to use another example just so I can kind of put some content here. Let's say you're wanting to buy a house, right? You have this image of this house that you're wanting. And that's a beautiful image. When you step back and ask yourself, why is this so important to me? Like, why is this particular house style so important to me? The first thing that's going to come up for you, which is the first level of why, is going to be more of an egotistical surface level why. And it's usually because, well, it's a pretty house and I've always wanted one and, you know, I think it'd be really fun and they have great neighbors, right? So I'm just going to say with, this is a beautiful house. Well, why is having a beautiful house so important to you? And when you ask yourself, why is having a beautiful house so important to me? Maybe it's because, you know, I've always had beautiful houses. It's what I'm meant to have, right? Even though I can't afford it, it's what I've always had. It's what I've always known. So that's your second level of why, right? But there's no clarity. There's no emotion there. So you ask yourself, okay, so if I want this house because it's all I've known and that's what my family has always had is houses like this, then why is that important to me? Why is it so important for me to be like my family? To follow the path of my family? Right? So you ask yourself, okay, my family has success. My family has prestige. I want to follow the path of my family because they have had success before me. But even though I can't afford it. So then you're asking yourself, okay, so why is looking like I have success so important to me? It's your fourth level. Because out of all of that you just talked about with your family, it's about looking, right? It's about the image of success in that particular answer. So why is the image of success so important to you? So, okay, well, people judge me. People judge me and I want to be liked. I want to be a part. Okay, so you want to be a part. You want to be a part of the community. You want to be a part of that particular class of people. So why is that important to you? You see where I'm going with this? Like, I'm really diving into the 7 levels of why. And I came across this particular exercise in Dean Graziosi's Millionaire Success Habits book. It was my first time ever seeing this exercise. And I never really realized that my coaches used to use this on me. And I didn't even know they were using it. And when I read Dean Graziosi's book, Millionaire Success Habits, and he was talking about the importance of why, like, why are you in business? Why are you doing what you do, right? He talked you through the 7 levels of why. We just hit level 5. And it gets deep, right? It goes more to the heart because you're taking out the surface. You're recognizing the surface level whys. And then you're taking that layer off and going a little deeper, right? So our 5th layer of why is wanting to be part of that particular middle class community or upper class community, that image of success, right? That's where we're at with our number 5. So you have to ask yourself, why is being a part of a class that I can't afford so important to me? That connection, that lack of that judgment, that image, right? Why is image so important to me? And it's really about reading between the lines, right? You need to kind of take it apart. Read between the lines. This is a deep introspection why, right? So level number 6 is because I got made fun of as a kid and I don't want to get made fun of as a kid. I want to be a part of the popular kids. I don't want to be separate from that anymore. Right? Acceptance. You can start really feeling the emotion coming up. Like, it's coming from the heart, it's coming from your soul, it's coming from your experiences. That acceptance of being a part is huge. You got one more level. And it's no more, no less than 7, according to the way the exercise works. But if you feel good about that being your reason, then stop there. But there is one more level. And sometimes it takes somebody outside to help you get to the 7th level. So you're asking yourself, why? Why is acceptance so important to me? Right? I can't come up with an answer for that one right now. So it's introspection. Acceptance is so important to me because I want to be able to emulate. I want to be a part. I want to let go of the self-judgment. I want to let go of being judged. I want unconditional relationships. Because all the relationships I ever had has been conditional, right? If you're looking up the ladder of your whys as you're writing them down and you're really honing in on what's between the lines, you weren't accepted, you weren't connected, you didn't feel a part. So having this house will help you feel a part of something bigger than yourself. Right? But you got to let go of the personal judgment that's in there. Surprisingly enough, there's a lot of it. Right? Once you get down to that final why, you have to ask yourself, is that big enough to drive me to get that house? And what do I need to do to be able to afford the house and not live above my means? Right? I need to afford the house before I can step into it. Maybe being a part of something bigger than yourself with no judgment isn't about the house at all. Like maybe there's something else there. Now, I know that was kind of a superficial type of experiment to kind of give you an idea, but I really just kind of wanted to give you an idea of how the 7 levels of why work, right? When you apply the why question to all the things you do, whether it's writing a book, like why do you want to write a book? Why do you want to start a company? Why do you want to get promoted within your organization? Why do you want to do what you do in your career? Right? What drives you to get there? That 7th level of why has the emotion. It has the real truth behind why you want to accomplish something. That real truth is what's going to get you through the obstacles. Again, buying the house was kind of a smaller example, and it may not be what it was for you. I was just trying to give you the idea of how the exercise works, right? It's a fantastic exercise. You can Google it, 7 levels of why. But when you know why you're doing what you do in your career, the driving force to get you there will open up the curiosity why and ask lots and lots of questions so that you can bring it all in and learn, which is going to add value to the company that you work for and the career that you do, which is going to naturally evolve in your income. Right? It's that long-term change and long-term success that matters. The practical strategies you put into place is to support all that. So I highly encourage you, become a why person. Ask why you do what it is you do. Ask about the things that even are outside of the scope of what you do. Dive in, take new projects on, understand the company from the ground up. That is value add. That is how you get promoted fast. And that's how you get to actually enjoy what it is you do for a living. And when you enjoy it, the paycheck goes up. So I want to thank you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope this is insightful. If you like the video, please comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Let me know what else you want to talk about. You know, what do you want to hear about? Between financial strategies and personal development, career development strategies that'll help with your income. I'm open for any suggestions, but like the video below. If you know somebody who needs this message, please share it. Share it, enjoy it. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next Friday. Thanks.